Hi guys, welcome to a very special edition of the Blue Mountain Makes podcast. I'm Mary Lynn, and today we are going to be reviewing some yarns from Hobbii. So if you guys have been here before, you know that I am not a new customer for Hobbii. They are a yarn supplier out of Denmark. I've purchased stuff from them since at least a year ago on my own, and they very kindly reached out to me in the last couple of weeks and asked if I would be interested in reviewing some of the yarns that I have not tried. And obviously I said yes, who says no to yarn? So they have very kindly gifted me 3 yarns to try out, review, let you guys know how I feel about it, and we're gonna get into that. So a little bit about Hobbii as far as my experience. I'm gonna let you know up front, they're not paying me to tell you these things. They did gift me the yarn, but this is all my honest opinion as far as how I feel about them and my experience as a customer and the yarns that I have tried out. So from the top, just letting you know. Let's see. I started purchasing from them late last summer. Just getting into gift knits for, Christmas time coming up. And the thing that I liked most about them, they always have a sale running. So you guys might remember I have a t-shirt that I've been working on for a long time from Petite Knit. It's my Friday tee. So I used the cotton merino from Hobbii, and I didn't buy enough last year when it was on sale. Oops. So it's been on hold, and I've been keeping an eye out for sales on cotton merino, and they always have kind of rotating sales going. So if what you're looking for isn't on sale right now, if you keep an eye out within the next few weeks, the next month or so, they switch out everything that they have for sale. So I really like that. There's always an opportunity, if you need it right now, you can always purchase it, but if you're not in a rush, you can save a couple dollars down the road. They have a point system. So when you purchase items, they give you points that you can spend on like little extra goodies that you can get in your bag, which is always kind of fun. It's little stuff usually. You can save up and get like bigger things like free bags, but you can get I have one. Needle case. I've gotten extra candy from them. They always put little candy treats in there, which is sweet. And then sometimes they just add like little gifts. So I've gotten free stitch marker sets from them a couple times. Just little things little goodies they stuff in the warehouse, which is fun. Let's see what else. They do have a lot of free patterns on their website. They also have some paid patterns, but they have a Hobbii Plus program where you can become a member and get access to, all of their patterns, I believe. I'll fact check that. But I'm not personally a Hobbii Plus member. If I want a pattern, I'll just purchase that pattern. I don't feel like I crank out enough to kind of take the benefit from that, but they do have that. They have bingo where you can win free prizes. Like, they're just really active. They're very active on social media. I've always had a really good experience with them. Their customer service has been very kind. If I have an issue, they're on it like that. Like, it kind of has like a small business feel. I don't actually know how large Hobbii is, but it seems very much like everybody there knows everybody else. You know what I mean? So if that's not the case, don't tell me. I don't want to know. But today, so let's get into some of this yarn. First off, we are going to talk about this bad boy. Look at that. Look at those colors. So this is called Manaya, or I'm going to say it's Manaya. I'm pretty sure that's pronounced Manaya. It's 65% superwash wool, 35% acrylic. It's obviously a huge ball of yarn. How many yards does this sucker have? It's 200 grams, and you get 558 yards. And the price on this is generally like $30, $31-ish, which is not bad, all things considered. But like I said, there's almost always a sale going. So usually you see this stuff like 35% off, which is a great deal because 200 grams of yarn, it's a lot. And what I really liked about this one is it has kind of that hand spun look where it looks like it's the 2 different colors kind of plied together in there. And for those of you who know me, I really, really like that look. And when I looked at this, it came in the mail. The first thing I thought was Andrea Mowry's Cinnabar shawl. How gorgeous would that be as your contrast color. So I did swatch, blocked, look at me, go me. So this has been wet blocked. Did I put soap in this? I did not. I blocked it in hot water, left it for like 15-20 minutes, and then let it dry out overnight. One thing I did notice is with the way that the yarn is spun, sometimes you have like thinner strands. I don't know if I can find maybe here. And then sometimes you have kind of the thicker strands, which I think kind of gives it even more of that sort of hand spun feel to it. And it's got a very light sheen. I was kind of wishing I would get more into the color change, but I just barely dipped into the green there. But I didn't want to use a super huge amount for the swatch because I am going to make a cinnabar shawl out of this. Ta-da! This is like a Barbie doll size one. This gray is just some Hobbii wool I had laying around in my stash. So I just used that. I don't think I would go this dark for my main color against this, but it's kind of like, it's very moody, isn't it? And it's really cool because this is such a flat gray color because it's just plain, I think this is Twister solid wool. But this has that little bit of a sheen to it. I just think it looks really nice. But like I said, I think I would go a little bit lighter because I think it would really make this section pop, but it's going to make a gorgeous shawl. It's very drapey. It worked up really nicely. I didn't have any issues. That was me. That's not the yarn. Whoops. I didn't have very good tension. But I really enjoy this. This one I would 100% recommend. I will probably be buying this in the future. It will certainly make good gifts. I don't personally like to wear garments that are striped or variegated color changing. I'm a very solid. I'm always wearing solids. So this, I think, for me would make great cowls, shawls. You could get like 6 hats out of this sucker. You get a lot. So this one I was very impressed with. This is a really good bang for your buck. It is considered a worsted weight. I don't think I mentioned that. And I used size 8 needles. So this little swatch took like 4 minutes. It was so quick. So that's number 1. Benaya, very nice. Will recommend. Next, we have, dun, 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 dun. Look how gorgeous that is. So this is the Dolce Cashmere. And sorry, I had to grab the ball band because clearly I've already dipped into this. So this is Dolce Cashmere. It is 65% virgin wool, 25% polyamide, and 10% cashmere. And this it's so squishy. I don't know how to describe it. Like, this is a very solid ball. This is just solid. This, it's almost like if I wiggle it, I feel like it's gonna like drape in the ball. It's just very drapey. Now this, I will say, is pricey. This ball is 200 grams. It is a fingering weight. I think it's around $65 US, which I kind of feel is, that's very high-end price. However, I have also seen this on 50% off not clearance, 50% off sales. So you're getting 200 grams of a cashmere blend yarn for like $32, which that's a great deal. I would definitely buy this on sale. I don't know that I would spend $65 on it. I don't think I would purchase this one without the sale. That being said, it works up beautifully. It is a little slippy because I'm assuming the cashmere, so I think I used my Chow Goose to do the swatch, but I am planning to make a boneyard shawl out of this because that's gonna have just gorgeous color changes. I really like these 2 colors here. It's gonna be beautiful. But Boneyard Shawl is by Stephen West. It's a free pattern, pretty simple as far as the construction goes. It's just a triangle shaped shawl with some lines in it for interest, but I think this slow color change is gonna look super, super pretty, and it's gonna be super drapey. So this is, how many yards? 842 yards for on a 200 gram ball. So I think you're supposed to have 8 850 or 860 yards for the boneyard shawl. So I did a very small swatch because I'm already a little short on what I want to make. I mean, granted, you can just stop whenever. When you're making that type of shawl, you just get to the size you want and just start the order. But here is the swatch. This, look at that. It is so soft. I wish you could feel it through the screen. It's just perfect. It has such good stitch definition too. Like, look at that. Even before blocking, it looked fantastic. And I was wearing it around the house like this. I was like, look, husband, look. It just wraps around you. It's very drapey. This is gonna make, I really thought about making a tank top out of this. But then I was like, do I want to wear a wool cashmere tank top? No, I don't. But it's like that level of skin soft. I just want to like wrap up in it, you know what I mean? So I will wrap up in a shawl because I love shawls. But it's, yeah, it's just, it's something else. I used a size 4 for the swatch. I think it recommends anywhere between a 2 and a 4, 2 and a 5. They usually have like a size range, not necessarily one needle size that they recommend. But yes, that is, the color is really pretty. It didn't bleed when I blocked it because I was a little worried about that too with this dark color in there. I mean, the purple that I have is not the darkest of the purples, but I was worried like this might bleed into that in the blocking process. I probably will still cold block it. Generally, I hot block everything, even if it is 100% wool, as long as you don't mess with it. You can just dip it down in the water, don't touch it till the water's cold, and then pull it out. That's generally how I do it. A, because I'm lazy, and B, because I tend to forget stuff's in the blocking water anyway, so I did hot block this. It didn't bleed. We're good. So that is the Dolce Cashmere. They have quite a few colors too, and one of them, they have one that's kind of rainbowy color. They've got, this is one of the more subdued ones because I don't really wear super bright colors. I'm also clearly on a purple theme today. I don't know why, but this just makes me think of like a flower. It's really pretty. Yes, Dolce Cashmere. I do like it. I think it is a little bit pricey, but when it goes on sale, it's definitely worth the sale price for sure. And last but not least, we have baby cotton. So this is an Egyptian cotton yarn. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it. It's a fingering weight yarn. I thought it was going to be mint color when I ordered it online, and it's more of like a robin's egg blue maybe. It definitely comes out more blue. That having been said, you're supposed to use a 2 to 4 size needle to 186 yards. And a lot of people, I think, when they use 100% cotton, I hear a lot of times people say it's really dry. It's a dry feeling yarn. It doesn't feel good on the hands. It's not great to work with. That is not, I have had that experience on some of the other yarns I've used. That is not the case with this. This is, it's so soft. It almost feels like velvety. It's really strange in a good way. But, you know, obviously it's geared towards babies. They have some regular cotton on there that is not the Egyptian cotton, so I can't speak to that. I imagine that probably does have a little bit of that drier feel. This ball is $5.90, regular price. Again, goes on sale all the time. I would definitely recommend this one. Anything you're making for babies, if you're doing baby blankets, toys, anything like that, anything you need to be able to just kind of like toss in the wash and go and not have to worry about it, I would definitely go with this over some of the other cotton yarns that I've tried. I would 100% pick this over pretty much any of the other ones I've used as far as 100% goes. So I did not swatch for this one. Instead, I did a baby ranunculus. It's so little. Isn't it cute? Oh, I just think it's so adorable. So obviously it blocks out really, really well. I hot blocked this one as well. It did take a lot longer to dry. I mean, it's a thicker fabric, obviously. But I did it last night before I went to bed, and I got up this morning at about 9 o'clock, checked on it, and it was still damp. So I hung it out on the line. So now it smells like fresh air and sunshine. Look at it. Look at it. It's so precious. It's so dirty. So to make this, I used, obviously, baby cotton. I used size 4 needles. Did the whole thing in the round. I skipped the front neck shaping. I don't like that. I like only the back shaping. The only difference I did in the pattern versus, you know, to make it smaller, other than the needle size and the fingering weight yarn, is I cast on the same number as usual, the stitches for the larger neck, because babies have big heads. But when it got to the first row of increases, I did 10 less than what was recommended. I just kind of did the math out for that. So if you have the Ranunculus pattern and you want to make a sweet little baby top, it's very quick, easy. I think I did this in 2 days, maybe. Look how precious that is. And I'm gonna give it to my best friend, and she's gonna be able to just throw it in the wash when her kid inevitably gets it dirty. It's super, super soft. It's very drapey. Sometimes, you know, you get that other cotton and it's just stiff and gross, but the stitch definition on it is fantastic. And like up here in the yoke. Yay. I am so pleased with this. I think it is adorable. Now I kind of feel like I need one in blue so she can be my mini-me, but I don't like blue on myself. I have a pink one, so maybe she'll just be like my little blue minion. It's just so small. It's so funny. Oh, but yes, I would 100% recommend this. This only took, you know, let's see, that big. I just barely dipped into the second ball. I used one ball and where's my join? I think I joined my yarn like here-ish. So yeah, I barely dipped into that second ball. So if you are looking to make some baby clothes or toys even, this stuff really goes a long way. Think of all the little ranunculuses I could make. But yeah, I would, yes, 100% recommend that one. So that is a very brief overview of all of my Hobbii experiences. I hope that that has been helpful for you guys. If you have any questions, I'm happy to try to answer them as best I can. You know, obviously I don't work for Hobbii, but I have purchased from them before. Working with the marketing team has been really nice too. So any questions you have, I'm 100% sure they would be very quick to answer. So do let me know if you have questions. If you've used Hobbii before, let me know how you feel about it. Especially, you know, I love being able to see people's projects on Ravelry. I was going through, I didn't do it for the cotton because I kind of knew exactly what I wanted to make with this cotton yarn, but for the 2 first ones that I showed you, I just went through the project pages on Ravelry and just filtered it out by yarn, and people are so creative. The Cashmere, people have made the most gorgeous shawls, like the lace weight ones, you know, because it is pretty fine yarn. But yeah, possibilities are endless. So if you do see something you enjoy on Hobbii and you're not sure how it would work out for a pattern, definitely check Ravelry too and see what other people are doing with that yarn, because it's just crazy the things that people can make. And I think about, you know, I have the same materials and the same skill set, but I would never in a million years think to use that. You know what I mean? So give it a try. Let me know if you do. I hope everybody's doing well. Thanks for stopping by for a special episode, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Bye for now.